We're speaking now to Dawn French, one of the authors with part of the exhibition of literary works at the Blue Coral Mall. There she is. Dawn, how are you?
I'm fine, Jerry.
And how's the exhibition been going since it opened about a day ago?
It's been very quiet, but this morning a few people came through. We've been having discussions, talking to people about the books. So people have a lot of questions about the books because there's such a wide range, and we've been answering their questions. And then many people say, "We didn't know you wrote so many books."
Indeed. I'm thinking, I don't know about the author called Dawn French, so I know the person.
French, not the author.
Yes, but you have done quite a lot of work, and it's wide-ranging. Tell us what you have in mind when you produce any of these books.
Jerry, it's interesting because the way it started is because I talk so much about certain things to people, and I just finally figured, let me just write it down and I'll just hand it to them and save me having to talk. But the opposite has happened. I now have to talk about what I've written about. So that's how it really started, particularly the Managing Money book, which is really the first one. Because I'm always lecturing my friends about saving money and managing their money. It's not about getting rich, but managing the little bit that we do have to maximize it. And I just finally said, don't write it down. And it just kind of exploded from that.
Well, apart from the money book, how has been the reception for the others? Because I noticed that they're very important and useful topics that you cover.
Yes, I did a partnership with the Ministry of Education last year where they bought what I refer to as the Common Sense Collection. There are 6 in the set, and the ministry bought the entire 6 for 126 schools and placed them in the libraries there. But I'd like to take that partnership further. I would like to get on the book list. Some of those books, people have been telling me the civics book needs to be on the book list, the profiles book needs to be on the... Everything I write, people say needs to be on the book list. Obviously, everything cannot be on the book list.
Why do you think it's that way?
I think there's a hunger for that information, and some people recognize that there's a gap in that information. Anyone who's trying to do research on St. Lucia will come against that gap very quickly. And what I am doing right now, the profile series, is trying to address that gap. So for example, with the Arts Cafe that's going to be opening soon, they're doing the Walls of Legends, about 28 St. Lucians, and I have been writing the profiles to go with that.
Excellent, wonderful.
And I have been partnering with the persons who are still alive. And those who are dead, I talk to their family, and the reaction is always the same, regardless of which profile I am doing. People tell me, boy, I'm so glad that someone has remembered my mother, my father, me, that you're capturing this information. The gratitude sometimes is a bit embarrassing, but I'm determined to fill that gap because I am feeling it when I go to do the research. I am feeling that gap. And I'm saying to myself, in a generation or two, as we move further and further away from these people, what is it going to be like for someone who needs to do that research?
Yeah, and I can tell you, these books come in very handy. We're coming close to, for example, independence. And I know a lot of people, for example, will be contacting me. Jerry, have you heard about such and such a person? Jerry, who is that icon that we can include, etc., etc.? And I've noticed that you have covered several personalities, and this is very great. This is yes. Okay, let's look at them. Yes, we have profiles.
Because of the
laureates.
The laureates and the buildings at the community college and the fire chiefs.
Okay.
I've only bought 3 at the moment. But I've done the governors general. And I'm working on finishing up the cabinet secretaries, the recipients of the St. Lucia Cross. I'm working on quite a few.
Okay. Before we end, talk to me about the careers series.
Yes, this one is really dear to the heart of a number of my friends as well. Many young people don't know what career they want to do, and having decided on what the career is, they don't always know how to achieve it. So the career guidance book, they all break down the same. The information may be slightly different. The definition of what the career is, what subjects you should be considering at school, what tertiary education you can go to afterwards. For example, to be a vet, you don't have to go to the community college. I was surprised when I did that research. You can go to one of the offshore medical schools here. Some of them offer a pre-vet course. And then having done that, you can then go to veterinary school, bypassing community college completely. I talk about the scholarships and the funding that's available. There's still some funding available for when you're at secondary school, community college, and for tertiary education. As much as possible, that is listed. And then the big one, having finished, what can you do with that career that you want to pursue? And I always break it down into local, regional, and international. Recently we had the cruise ship catch a fire. You need a mechanic to fix that. I'm not sure how many mechanics in St. Lucia are qualified to work on the engine of a ship. But if you're a mechanic, what's to stop you from working at NASCAR, Formula One, the Space Shuttle? But because if you want to be a roadside mechanic and that is your ambition, fine. But if you want to be a mechanic, it does not limit you because you are doing mechanics. You can work anywhere, be it your plumber, a hairdresser, a microbiologist. So all the career books push that theme. You can work anywhere, locally, regionally, internationally. There are some careers I have to be honest with the young person that you may not be able to work in St. Lucia. So if you decide you want to be an archaeologist, you may not be able to work in St. Lucia, but Belize had a department of archaeology. You would still stay in the region and work in Belize. Or you may go to Egypt and work internationally. So
Well,
I try to push that for
Yes,
them.
excellent. Dawn, time is always against us on occasions like this, but I must congratulate you on the work that you have done, the effort you've put into it, seeing the need and trying to fulfill it. And also, I hope this exhibition will bring attention to the work that you're doing and also success.
That's the
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yes.